It's one of London's busiest hospitals, used by residents, tourists and MPs across in Parliament. Now St Thomas's Hospital is having a major revamp.
Here at St Thomas's we now see 136,000 patients a year through our emergency department, and it was built for about 80,000 a year. It is creaking at the seams. It also was last refurbished in the year 2000, so it's beginning to get tired. It needs a full revamp. It needs to be a physically bigger space to be able to cope with the greater numbers, and it needs to be brought up to the standards one would rightly expect in the second decade of the 21st century.
The 2-year project cost £20 million. It will expand the adults and the children's departments. Dr. Simon Eccles hopes patients will get quicker and smoother treatment.
People coming from home through the emergency department and into the admitting wards will see that as a seamless journey. If we get it right, it'll be a much better quality of care than the current series of rather disjointed steps. That's the bit that's going to really transform the way we work.
In one of the biggest changes, adults and children will be diverted to different areas of the department as soon as they arrive.
It's going to offer better privacy, much higher quality environment, and immediately separating the adults from the children, which will allow better privacy, particularly at our more lively times of day and night.
The biggest task will be carrying out the work while the department remains open.
We're also adding a short stay area, so children who need a bit longer than a couple of hours but don't need to come in overnight will now have an area in which they can stay, be observed, and then safely go home.
4 private treatment rooms will be built for distressed adult patients.
And that greater access to private rooms makes a real difference for adolescents as well. So we've significantly increased our space for staff, our space for patients, and the quality of the environment within which they're treated.
Valuable time will be saved by moving the 2 inpatient wards much closer to the main E&E department.
So one of the biggest physical changes we're going to make is to bring down the acute admitting wards from the 9th and 10th floors of the wing behind me, which requires our nursing staff to leave the majors area, get to the lift lobby, wait for a lift, take people up to the 9th or 10th floor. It's a half-hour process by the time we get those staff back.
With work now underway, the challenge for staff is to keep treating patients within the 4-hour target until they can finally say goodbye to the builders.
Thank you for lovely day.